Greetings, greetings. Patrick here from Have Cheetah View. So I am doing a work pop up, and so welcome aboard. Um, so we had no guests yesterday. He had to go to the doctor, and then the other one told me at 1:05 a.m. he couldn't do it today because he had to go out of town for a doctor's consultation. So, well, that's all right. Right. Million of fish in the sea, boys and girls. Millions of fish in the sea. Um, yeah. All right. You guys can watch me work, do a little bit of work. Uh, wow, bad week for everybody. And bad week for some folks that we know that are not feeling too good. Hopefully, they will feel better soon. Hopefully, they will feel better soon. Um, COVID is still around. It is still very much alive and with us. So if you're not going outside masked up, please consider doing so. Hey, what's going on? Well, yeah, I popped up today. I'm gonna do some banners today, Michael. I got some shows I got coming up here, and then I gotta find three more guests. I gotta find three more guests. Might have to tap in the Iowa connection for that. Because I gotta find three ladies to fill out my month. So and I want to go ahead and try to find one other. I want to find someone in our group, Michael. Hey, Explorer Horror, welcome on in. I want to find someone, Michael, in our Iowa group that has four or less credits to their name. Um, do we know anybody who's just starting out? And yes, I will have to say that this pop-up video was requested by our good friend Betty J. Gathers. She said that when am I was going to do one of these pop-ups because she missed them. So this pop-up is sponsored by I am Betty J. Gathers. All right. So yeah, well, holy crap, 8 people already? Well, you guys must nobody's going live. All right, well, it's me. So all right, Betty, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna take you up on that. Let me go ahead and grab a link and drop it in your Instagram. Let's see. Yeah, because I need someone to keep the conversation flowing because I got banners to make. All right. So let me go ahead and invite a guest. You guys could and all right. We do got a topic. I got a couple of things I want to get off my chest too. I'm going to be cutting loose a little bit on here. I might hurt a couple of people's feelings, um, but I'm going to do it anyway because I was a little frustrated. I haven't really been able to. Um, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Michael. I'm in a couple of the Iowa groups, so I am going to do that. I want to grab one with who's just starting out, uh, 4 credits or less, because I'm doing a panel show on the 13th, and I need one more guest. So that's what I'm going to be doing here in a second. Let me pop this link over to Betty, and then yeah. Oh, you called me too. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, I was out, Betty. Oh boy. Okay, so here is the link to the show. I did not see that you called me. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that. Let's see. And Anthony says his Instagram is not working right now. Yeah, that's, you know what? I think people have been having problems with that, Anthony. as far as that goes. I think Instagram has been. I've been having problems with it loading up myself. Come on, there we go. Oh, come on.
Uh, I
Yay!
was
Okay, there
thinking
you
it
are.
was me. I've been working since 7:30 this morning. Yeah, so don't
Yeah, I
say,
saw that you tried calling me, but I was already at the library.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that.
I figured that. I was like, hey everybody, I'm gonna try to share us out too. I'm not gonna be on here that long because I've been working all morning.
Uh-huh.
You know, because I do the daily shorts, so I did like 5 of those. Edit
Oh,
put them all up, schedule them out.
well, my guest for yesterday, he had to call off because he hurt himself, and his esophagus got swollen up, so
Oh
that took him.
no.
And then the other person I had scheduled today, I knew it though. Can I be honest with you? I sort of knew it was going to happen.
Oh
And
no.
I did because I hadn't even given him his link yet or promoted him yet, but
Uh-huh.
because I knew. And so when I got home, I looked up there, and sure enough, he bailed on me. And I was like, I knew
Oh
that was going to happen. I just knew it. So no biggie, no biggie. So I mean, I would have been more irritated if I would have went out there and promoted it and beat the feet and stuff
no.
like
Oh
that.
yeah.
But I hadn't done anything like that, so I'm not really, it's like he's not here. I went ahead and canceled it, and yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. So I will probably end up be doing this again tonight. Just feeling, I'm not, I'll do something. Um,
I
but
hear.
yeah, it's funny. Hey, Gareth, how are you? And Trish the Natural in the house. So I've been noticing a lot of people have been talking about this YouTuber guy. I don't even know his name. Druckman, Drebin, I think it's Drebin or something like that. Um, Drebin. I don't know if that's it or not, but I'm going to go with that's his name, Chris Drebin. Um, so he got a YouTube page channel, and he was a film reviewer, and he's been doing reviews, and he did reviews both pro and con, right? Like he like a normal person, like a normal movie critic.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been doing that, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, he said that now he wants to become a filmmaker himself, and so now he's no longer going to be critical of any movies. So now he's not going to be now he's not going to be he's not going to be nasty to anybody else because now
Oh,
he's going to be a filmmaker.
okay.
So
Ah,
and people are up in arms about that. They're up in arms. I I don't really understand it why they're up in arms. Um, he's going to get it. He's going to whether he had been all positive reviews through his whole career. I'm going to become a filmmaker. It wouldn't have
mhm.
mattered. He's still going to get negative reviews. That's just the nature of the beast. Maybe he wouldn't have given everybody a negative review, but he's just one voice. Um,
Mhm.
so him saying, "Well, I'm no longer going to give nasty reviews." Well,
Mhm.
well, well. If you're doing that out of the kindness of your heart, wow, okay. That's there are some positive reviewers only. I know a few of them. I know a few that they don't give out bad reviews. The movies are
Mhm.
the movies are pure shit, but they
Mhm.
will give out a good review, regardless. Um, and then there are some that do the opposite. They thrive on being a rabble rouser and giving shitty reviews, even though the movies doesn't warrant it.
Mhm.
And that's how they get their niche. That's how they get their views. Oh, Oppenheimer came out. Oh, fuck that movie. That movie's garbage. That's a comedy. That's not, you got those kind of guys, right? But if you're going to become a filmmaker, um, you're going to get it. So you're not going to be able to hide from that. Like all of a sudden now I'm just doing positive reviews. Well, it doesn't mean anything to me. What if I watch your movie and your movie's not very good? I'm going to tell you. You know,
Oh Lord.
I certainly am. I'm not going to, because for one thing, if you have a good respected voice, like a decent voice, like Gareth or Echo, or anybody else. Um, and I'm not going to name myself in that. I have my own opinion what I think how good of a reviewer I am, but I'm going to use some other folks. Um, I find that their reviews are fair and they're fair. They're fair. They're honest.
Mhm.
I tell people all the time, I won't promise you a good review and I won't promise you a bad review. I will promise you a honest review. And that's
Oh.
all we really can do. It's all, and to me, if a film director knows that of a reviewer, like that guy, he's pretty, she or he are pretty spot on with the reviews. They're pretty honest.
Mhm.
A filmmaker can actually use that as a learning tool. They can learn it. They can learn from it. If a person will take the time to do a constructive criticism, not just like the ones where Madam Web, which is the movie everybody is shitting on now. Everybody's shitting on Madam Web, and yet I have heard nobody, even all those people who have shitted on Madam Web, nobody has gotten the reason why these movies are struggling. I have yet to hear a review that explains why these movies are struggling. All I hear is a lot of people
One,
saying,
try it, and you
yeah,
will think before you.
they're just saying I didn't like it, but they can't explain why they didn't like it in their reviews. Hey, Mike, how are you, sir? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Echo mentions he says I find doing reviews hard. I try not to give away spoilers, even with the harder films. Um, it all depends what the movie is. It all depends. I try not to do spoilers either. I don't, unless the movie's like 30 years old. Then I'm gonna sit there and say, well, gee, 30 years old. It's been out there for forever and a day. Um, but yeah, I'm with that. But I still have seen, and then I saw another YouTuber uh, who basically blasted Spawn from 1997. I mean, he went out there and he says it's Spawn the worst black superhero movie ever. Man, I gotta tell you, most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, stuff like that goes right over my head. It just flies over my head. It's like I just don't care. That's his opinion. He's entitled to it. But man, I gotta admit, Betty J, I gotta admit, I got my fur up on that one. Um, I watched it. I watched his comment. I watched his channel. I watched his commentary, and
Mhm.
I just said I can't. These are the type of reviewers that really just don't know what the hell they're doing. They really have no concept of what they're doing. They have no concept of what they're writing. They have no concept of what they're saying. They don't understand. All they can do is sit there and say it's a bad movie. But they can't explain to you why it's a bad movie. And once you explain to them that why it's not a bad movie, but a trailblazer of a movie,
Uh-huh.
then they might get somewhat of it. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's a superhero thing. Maybe it's a superhero thing. Um, but man, I don't know. But this guy anyway, he was gonna he was he didn't trash Madam Web. Everybody else has been smashing Madam Web. I haven't heard a single positive review about it. I admit the trailer did not do much for me, but I understand why. The movie did not do well. Um, First and foremost, when your star of the movie is sitting there going, yeah, this is not the same story that I was given to. This is not the same script that I agreed to do. That tells you right there the movie's in deep trouble. Um, see, Echo says, yeah, a lot of people are. I think now they're just looking to jump on every single superhero movie. Echo, they're just looking to shit on it, on every one. And it's not really fair. Even Madam Web. I mean, I read the synopsis. I do think that the fact that Dakota Johnson did not do press and did not was quoted as saying this is the movie that's on the screen is not the same movie I read for. That's a bad sign. That's a really bad sign. And it's a real shame that if Dakota said that and they didn't listen to her and they still released the movie as it was, that's a real shame. It's a real shame because these actors, they're not in it. Not all of them are in it just for the cash. There are some that really do see in the future. They really want to be a part of something fun. You're not. If you're Dakota Johnson, you're not doing a one-off of Madam Web. You're not just going to come in there and say, "Yeah, I'll do this one movie for you." No, she is hoping to get in on a franchise. She is hoping to get in and maybe do a Spider-Man movie here, maybe do this movie here, and then maybe pop up do a Spider-Man movie down the line. You're trying to build something here. Like a lot of those actors that benefited from the Avengers movies. I mean, Jesus, look how much work every actor of those movies got. Every one of those actors that did the Avengers movies got ton of work, ton for doing those Avenger movies. I think, hey, Lawn Lifters, how are you? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. That must be one of yours.
It's a new one I've been noticing. I think I also seen him in Tuba Chat the other day.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I did share out. And thumbs up, y'all. Don't forget. I am so tired, y'all. Because usually I'm like talkie.
Yeah, that's why hey Brene, how are you? How are you?
You got energy. You keep on going. When you got the energy, you keep going.
Well, I'm gonna address the Madam Web first. Actually, I'm gonna address the Spawn issue first because that one really rankled me because I saw Spawn in the theater. I have great love for that movie. I have so much love for that movie. And I understand. And if anybody here still cares about superhero movies, Spawn opened the door. Spawn really opened the door. After the Batman movies came and went, and they petered out, much like the Superman trilogy too. The Superman, the first two Superman came out, then 3 and 4, which killed the franchise. And then you had the Batman, the Tim Burton trilogy. It did okay. It did okay. And then that was it for superhero movies for such a long time. So 1997, and we're not even talking Marvel or DC. We're talking about Spawn, Todd McFarlane. His movie comes out in 97. Nobody knows who it is. Nobody. Comes out, puts together a hell of a cast. I mean, you go ahead and look at Spawn the movie. That cast is it's amazing. Teresa Randall, D.B. Sweeney, Michael J. White, Melinda Clark, John Leguizamo, and Martin Sheen, Nicole Williamson. Put that cast in any movie like that, I'm there for it. The hell of a cast. So they go ahead and they do Spawn. Now, I've said this before, every superhero movie that comes out is probably going to struggle. A lot of these movies are going to come out and they're going to struggle because their origin stories are you're basically, because I know who Spawn is. You may know who Spawn is. but the next 100 people that you meet may not know who Spawn is.
I don't know who Spawn is.
To be able to tell, you have to be able to
I
tell the
don't know.
audience.
I don't
Exactly.
know who Spawn is.
Exactly. Hey, Reed, how are you? How are you?
Oh.
So here's Spawn. Doesn't have DC's backup. Doesn't have Marvel's backup. They don't have anything out right now. Spawn comes out and does well. Comes out, makes its money.
Well, what was it
Um,
about? The Spawn.
Spawn is it's a character that was created by Todd McFarlane, and it's about this gentleman named Al Simmons who he's a good person, but he's doing really bad things. Well,
Mhm.
he ends up going to hell. And becomes a hell spawn. He wants to come back. So he wants to come back. So he agrees to do. He basically agrees to do the devil's work for him, Malbori.
Oh.
So he comes back, but he's a changed person. He's a changed man, and so he's trying to do right. He's trying to do right, even though that he's made a deal with the devil.
Oh.
Um. So here it comes. The movie comes out, and it's a fun movie. It's fun. It has this tongue in its cheek. There's action and adventure, romance, great fighting. It's a fun ass movie. Is it a perfect movie? No, but for an origin story, it's pretty damn good. Explains how Al became Spawn. Explains what happened to his wife and his best friend Terry. Explains all that, and it does a really good job. It does a really good job, and it sets the table. It makes money. That's the most important thing here, is that it made money. It opened the door, and it was a black superhero film too, which had never been shown. There was not a single black superhero show at that time. Not live, not anywhere. And it was the first one. It was the first one. It's a trend. If anything else, it deserves respect for that. That they made a movie about a black superhero and it kicked ass. It deserves the respect. It went on to do a cartoon for HBO that was critically acclaimed, won tons of awards. Hey, Steven. In fact, because of Spawn and how well it done, it opened the door for the next hero to come through, and that was Blade. Blade was first of the Marvel movies. It wasn't Spider-Man. Everybody thinks it's Spider-Man. It was not Spider-Man. It was Blade. And not only did Blade come out, another black superhero, just like Spawn, but rated R. The theatrical version of Spawn came out. It was PG-13. Blade came out and was rated R. Rated R. Came out there and just absolutely, holy cow, we got comic book heroes. Then Spider-Man came out, and then Iron Man came out, Spider-Man 2, then the doors opened. But I really have to believe that if Spawn had come out there and it absolutely just died on the vine, we might have gotten Spider-Man, we might have gotten Iron Man, but I don't think we get Blade. I don't think we get Blade at all without Spawn. And Blade and Blade 2 are two of the best superhero movies that they've made so far. Even though if they technically are not in the MCU, but those are the first two Blade movies really helped put Marvel on the map when Spider-Man got there, then Iron Man. Without Spawn, I don't believe that happens for Blade. Maybe Spider-Man and Iron Man do come out, but I think they don't come out for a couple of years down the road, further than where they did. So we got our first introduction to black superheroes in the small screen with Mantis. Yeah, unfortunately for that one, Stephen, I mean, that's technically, you're absolutely right about that. But remember, Mantis played on Fox during that time period, and Fox was yanking shows left and right. I don't think I think Mantis got shown maybe 8 or 9 times, and nobody watched it. But I mean, you are definitely right. But nobody watched Mantis. I did. I thought it was an interesting show. It was on Fox TV at that time, and Fox at that time period when they had Mantis came on, they were going through TV series like tissue paper. It would come out. If it didn't come out to a 40 share, it was off the air. They were just looking. They were looking for the next big hit, and you didn't have very much time to establish yourself. Now he mentioned he said Spawn's the worst black superhero movie. No, no, absolutely not. Tongue in cheek. And some could even make a claim that The Last Dragon could be the first black superhero movie. I think it comes across as more as a martial arts movie.
Yeah, I think more of a love
more martial arts. And I think it also came out, and that movie, as much as I hate to say this, but man, that movie just it looked bad. It looked low budget. Where Spawn did
yeah, it did look, yeah.
It did, and that's a real shame. But you had the Meteor Man, and then I do believe around that time, I think around the time Spawn came out, we had Steel come out, which was a horrible decision, because you're basically doing the same thing that Spider-Man 3 did, and that is you're introducing a character in Venom, but you haven't told his origin. John Henry Steel was a character that came out of the death of Superman, but guess what? Nobody knew that unless you're reading the comic books, because there was no Superman movie to tell you that story. All of a sudden, we got this guy named Steel, and he's all in the steel, and he's got a hammer, but we don't know why he got there. We don't know what happened to Superman. We don't know, we don't know anything like that. All they did was just took the character and made a movie around him because he was black in the comic book. That's not enough to guarantee success. And Steel, even though it had Shaquille O'Neal on it, and he was very popular back then, but who was that movie for? What audience were you trying to present that movie to? Because the mainstream audience really didn't know. I mean, Superman dying was huge, and it made headlines, but it was over real fast. I mean, it was like, okay, he died. Well, everybody knows that he's going to come back. We just didn't know when. But there was no movie, there was no TV show based around it. And all of a sudden, it was like, we want you to accept this person right here as here's Steel, and you can't tell his origin story, so nobody cares who he was. Shaq Place, yeah, he did another one. See, Blank Man and Meteor Man again. Leonard Part 6 again. All those are comedies. All those are just straight out comedy. I mean, and they look cheap. They look cheap. That's the thing. You can have no budget, but you still can make your movie look good. And again, look at Spawn's movie. Look at Spawn. Spawn looked amazing. Still looks amazing, except for a couple of scenes where the CGI is pretty bad. But overall, though, it still looks phenomenal. That's right. Kazan. I think was that a Kazam or something like that?
Meteor Man, Blank Man.
Yeah. I think Meteor Man was with Robert Townsend.
Yeah, that was just silly.
Blank Man was Jamie. Yeah.
Was stupid. To me.
It looked terrible.
Yeah.
It looked terrible.
It just was stupid. That's to me what it was.
So I mean, as far as Spawn being a bad superhero movie, the guy didn't have a clue. He had no clue at all what he was talking about. If Spawn was a visionary, because like I said before, not only did Spawn open the door for other heroes, Marvel, DC, and I definitely believe he was a door opener for Blade. But like I said before, he also did a cartoon show on HBO that got many awards, critically acclaimed, and a lot of people knew about. In fact, I dare say more people probably knew more about the comic book than the movie. Had a wider reach. But I know people bought the movie. I bought the movie. I bought the soundtrack, and but all I was gonna say is origin movies are very, very hard. You can't just make a movie catering to the comic book crowd. You just can't do that because you will lose your audience. They will come out and they'll watch it for the first weekend, and then what? You have to appeal to a mass audience, and that is why some of these movies like Morbius and Madam Web, that's why they struggle. The Marvels, that's why they struggle, because no one knows who these characters are as far as the everyday people. Do you know who the Marvels were?
Who?
Do you know who the Marvels are?
Because I'm not really into the Marvels.
Yeah. DC. Do you know who you know who Blue Beetle is? Yeah. No, that's my point. A lot of people, they came out with Blue Beetle. I was a little surprised with that because I'm thinking it's a brave choice. It's a brave, but I'm not really so sure that it's going to do that well because Blue Beetle really has never really had that. Hey, New York gal, how are you?
No.
I think because most people just don't know who the characters were. And so it's and that's really one of the reasons why it's one of the reasons why these movies are struggling really right now. It's because origin movies are the hardest ones to make. Once you've established the character, then it gets easier. And
Beekeeper. Anybody seen Beekeeper? Did you
Beekeeper.
see it? Yeah, Pat.
Yeah, and I think I saw Beekeeper when they were calling it when they called it the transporter.
You didn't see the new one?
I mean the one when he was in the Expendables?
No, the Beekeeper, the new movie. Don't be let's not. Anybody in the chat seen the Beekeeper? I thought that was good.
They might have known the Beekeeper underneath its other title though.
What was it?
Shaw and Hobbs.
Oh.
I like Jason Statham a lot, man, but he needs to do something more fun. He needs to do something.
What? You need to do what? What?
Something different.
Ooh, Echo, it's good. It's good. I don't know why you don't want to see it because I want to do a review on it. But I have to see it again because it's been a little while. I forgot.
Echo says he's proud of Blue Beetle, but downtime of Mexico's got a DC superhero movie. Yeah. See, that's what everybody was thinking about. Everybody's going like, because those a Latino superhero movie. But still, they didn't know who the character was. The character has been in the Teen Titans now for quite a while. It's a very interesting character, very interesting. That's why I thought when I saw they were making Jaime Reyes, I was pretty excited about it too. I was more excited that they were going to make it be Jaime than it was Ted Kord. I didn't want to see Ted Kord. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see Jaime. I want to see the one in Teen Titans. But again, they counted on people, Latino people coming out to support the movie, and for the most part, I think they really did. There was a lot of people that I normally wouldn't see a superhero movie that did go out there and did support Blue Beetle. And as far as I understand, James Gunn said that Blue Beetle is the only character that he's taken over to his DC world. Everybody else is done, which is a damn shame. It's a damn shame. So he's gonna be, well, he already messed up one franchise, right? So of course he's gonna mess this one up too. He is gonna mess up Superman. You already can feel it.
Superman dead. Leave Superman alone. He dead.
Yeah.
He
Well,
is really dead.
well, well. I mean, that's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to bring him back. Superman Legacy. Um, but
They
I,
may
I just felt
they
I,
can
I
catch
just
the
felt
young
bad that
people.
I just felt bad that this guy wasn't given Spawn the respect that because some movies are like that. You got to respect some movies for what they do and what they are. And Spawn is actually for a superhero movie. It's very respectable. And like I said, the people behind Spawn were pioneers and visionaries. And without Spawn, and we wouldn't have gotten a lot of the movies that we like today. We wouldn't have. You think without Spawn, I dare say it's not a stretch to sit there and say without Spawn. Like I said, without Blade, there was no Blade without Spawn, and without Spawn, who knows? Would Marvel has shown, what Sony has shown, or Paramount or Columbia, the first one who did Iron Man, um, and Spider Man with Sony, would they have shown enough patience to go with a second movie if the first movie didn't do as well? It changed the ball game. It really did. It really did. Um, let's see. He was cited when Booster Gold appeared on the Flash. Yeah, they tried to do that. They tried to do the Crisis on Infinite Earth on the Flash, uh, Supergirl and Superman series. I give them credit for that. That was a very very ambitious effort they did. Um, but I was bummed out because then he had Morbius came out, and the thing about it is like everybody was crushing Morbius. Everybody's crushing it, and it's like I was a little frustrated with that. Just like I'm really sort of frustrated with the Madam Web crushing. I'm a little bit disappointed to see the reaction to it so negative without any sort of compassion for it, like understanding. Like, listen, us people who like superhero movies, why the hell are you crushing this movie for? I mean, going in that it's an origin movie, you got to cut your expectations in half. Walking through the door, you already know it's not going to be a slam bam, thank you, ma'am. It's not going to be just like an awesome movie right away. Not yet. The franchise won't get kicked until the second movie. Look at Spider-Man and look at Spider-Man 1 versus Spider-Man 2. Which is the better movie? One or two? Two. Look at Blade. What was the best movie? One or two? Two. Thor. What was the better movie? The first Thor or the second Thor? I think that was Dark World. I think it's pretty interesting. I just think that I just feel like, and these are established properties. These are established properties. Morbius and Madam Web are not, and Craven the Hunter. They're not well known outside the Spider-Man books. That's another thing too. Is like they haven't really done anything outside the Spider-Man books. If you're not a big fan of Spidey, you probably don't know who these characters are. And that is even if you do follow other Marvel superheroes. I like Wanda. I like the Scarlet Witch. All right, but I don't think the Scarlet Witch has ever met Madam Web. I don't think she's ever tangled with Morbius. I don't think I don't. You're not gonna. You're gonna have to go out there. You're gonna have to explain who these characters are to a new audience. But instead of critics, especially superhero critics, instead of actually doing that, I have yet to see a single critic, Betty J. I have yet to see a single critic when they talk about the movie to actually show the damn comic in their hand. Like, this is who Madam Web is. I have yet to see a single comic book guy on our community actually do that. Like, okay, these are the comic books that Madam Web has appeared in. I have yet to see anybody do that for Morbius. I yet to see anybody do that for Craven and explain it. It's like this is why having Morbius do what he's doing. This is probably not working well. This is not working well. This is, they didn't do it the right way. They need to change things going forward. And to the studios, I say this. To the studios, I say it may sound like fan service, but based on your results for your other movies that you put out, I would probably take some time and listen to some of the people who actually read the comic books. And that's the other thing too, is a lot of these people are doing these comic books and they have no experience in them. So you got a hard job. You're making an origin movie for everybody. You yourself as a director don't know who the character is that you're directing. That makes it really hard for you. You're already behind the 8 ball before the first shot is filmed. Let's see. Well, I'm honestly satisfied that Marvel is trying to introduce the 4 Spider movement at the same time. Yes, but it's too fast. Look what Marvel did. Look at Marvel did for the Avengers. They took it piece by piece by piece, and that's the thing with it. That's why Justice League failed too, because they were trying to jam too much at one time. They felt they were rushing. They were rushing. They were trying to catch up. But nobody knows those people outside the comic book fans, Steven. And pushing all 4 of them at the same time in one movie instead of giving them their own time, instead of giving them their own period, has not worked at all. It's not worked at all. Didn't work for Morbius. Not going to work for Craven. It hasn't worked for Madam Web. You got to slow it down. There's no rush. There's no rush on making these characters known overnight. Take your time. Take your time. Well, I'm sure they will be too, because they're not watching it, and that's they're not watching the movie. She's not doing press for the movie. She didn't do any press. She was not happy with the movie. She says she is not watching it, and she has no interest in watching it. And she was quoted as saying it. She was quoted as saying the script that she was given was not the same script that she agreed to. That's where Dakota Johnson is. And I can already tell you, Craven's the same thing. Craven will also crash and burn. They will also crash and burn. It's not gonna. You can't change. And you're taking these great villains like Craven and Morbius. Morbius was more of an anti-hero than Craven, but they're making Craven into an anti-hero, and he's not. He was a good villain. He was a great villain.
So you got somebody coming on tonight?
No, got no one coming on tonight. Not no one. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was just like the guy, the person from yesterday. They got hurt. So there's nothing you can do about that. The person I had tonight, just pinged me at 1:05 in the morning, saying that he had to go out of town for a consultation at 1:05 in the night. So, I got up, I went to, I had some errands to run. I went to the library, I came back, or went to go ahead and I sat down to go ahead and start, promoting. And then I saw his note and I'm going like, wow. I'm like, I didn't have any time. I didn't have any time at all to find another guest. So,
What?
that's all.
1:05 a.m.
Huh?
You get to calling people at 1:05 a.m. since he
I was just like I was just like wow. I just like okay, but I guess the lateness of it's all right though. It's all right. I have no problem.
Yeah. We all make it through.
Yeah. I was just a little bit so surprised though because because I it's like I don't know. Uh, yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I know for sure I got to look around for 3 guests, fill out my month. I got to find 3 other guests, 4 other guests actually, and then we're gonna be doing something cool in March. We're gonna do another watch party with the film's director. Um, uh, yeah, I need some girls. I need 3 actresses, 4 actresses. Let's see. You want to become a guest again? Oh my God! I think we made Steven. See,
Oh,
I had Steven as a guest
yeah,
because he's
that's nice.
yes he is a publicist. Um,
That was
let's see,
nice of you, Stephen.
uh, and see, Echo says we can put a wig on Wes. Yep, we can have the Star Lord, our Ice Lord, come up. Um, but Steven is. I told Steven, because he was like, I don't know, I'm more of a behind the camera guy instead of in front of the camera guy. And I said, well, if you're going to become a publicist, you have to understand what your clients are going to be going through with the different various hosts. You have to get up there and talk to the host to make sure, like, that they're a good person. You don't want to book one of your clients into a guy who's just an asshole. So Steven came on. He did 8 questions had a great time. And
Oh,
he
Stephen.
over he had stage fright, but he overcame it. And now he wants to go ahead and to come up. I think we could probably arrange something like that. We could probably do something like that tonight. I think we can hang out.
All right now. All right.
We'll see if we can get some other folks to come up. Let's see. All witchcraft dies tonight on Turtle Island. All right. Is that one of yours?
Which one?
Tamia Moore.
No, not that I know of. See, you find new people when you come on during the daytime.
Uh, Look at this. All witchcraft dies tonight on Turtle Island. Hell no. All witchcraft
They
can't
know
die tonight
you.
on Turtle
They know
Island.
your stuff.
Let's see. I think they were trying to say some Egyptian. Um, that's some Egyptian style, girl. That's right.
That might be another woman guest for you, Tamia.
Uh, mm-hmm. If that's a guess for me, talking about witchcraft on Turtle Island, then I can't think of a better co-host than you, Betty J.
Well,
You can come on. You can come on here and talk turtle witchcraft with me.
oh my God, no, not at 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, hocus pocus.
Oh. See, y'all be asleep when I be up working.
Me when you be conjuring.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's right. Speaking of magic, have you made that kite yet for Colin? Will this be the year that
No,
Colin flies?
I finally figured a way to go to sleep and Colin can stay up. So that's a good thing this week after almost a year.
What'd you do? Put him on the roof?
Nope, I just get him comfortable, whatever, close most of the house off and let him wander. And I crawl up in my bed and go to sleep.
What about him though? He's out. He's out. He's out. Colin is Betty's puppy, and
15-year-old puppy.
old puppy.
He stay up all night. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and came out. He was just sitting up in his bed, just staring. Now he sleeps all day.
Yes, I'm going to be reaching out to Elise, Stephen, about coming out and hanging out with us in April. I want to do a watch party with Elise. Hopefully, she'll be able to do something like that. Okay, let's get Chanel Ryan. I have dates. I can give you some dates that contact her and ask her if she can do. I got dates right here. The 14th, 21st, or 28th, Stephen. Ask Chanel if she can do any one of those. Stage fright. I have found out that stage fright happens to a lot of people on this platform. I did not realize that there are so many people that
Yeah.
that are have stage fright.
Me either.
I'm talking about actors. I'm talking about actors.
Yeah, everybody's, they're not like born an actor. Some of them is hard.
It is hard.
Mhm.
Um, what happened to our turtle witchcraft girl?
I don't know. You must have scared off.
Shh. I, I'm bummed out that because we're Gamera fans here. Go Gamera.
They disappeared.
Well, we would have to see about. Well, I definitely would have Elise come on to do a watch party.
Ooh,
So last month we did this. Um, April 14th for Chanel. Yes, love to have Chanel. Love to have
guess
her.
what happened to me today?
You
I
want to?
reached 200,000 views today. Yay! Lifetime views.
You're just like a machine. I'm at
I've done
100.
almost 100,000 in 28 days.
I got 185,000 so far.
But I got that real fast with doing all them shorts.
Yeah, shorts are they're okay, but
Oh,
they bring you a lot of views, but they don't bring engagement, and
okay. I
that's
used to say that all the time. I was strongly one of those ones that talked about shorts don't do nothing, they don't do a thing but bring people. But I've changed my mind because what it does is it opens up your world. Really, it does. When you really think about it now, Pat, because you do good. A lot of people don't do what you do. You just don't think you do as good as you think you should.
That's right. I
But
should be.
yeah, because you do excellent now. You do excellent because a lot of people they don't even go and try to hunt for reviews. For people to interview. They just sit on their little laurels and think they're gonna come. But I've learned honestly, shorts do open up your channel. They do to a bigger world. People are watching, and maybe you won't get a lot of like you say, engagements, but at least it only take one pat. It only takes one person can have a big chat and just throw you on over, but you got to be ready too. That's the other thing. So I had one person with one big channel, but I just wasn't ready. My stuff just wasn't ready. Sometimes you have to say it to yourself. Your stuff just is not ready at this time. Shorts are easy for me. Shorts are very easy for me to come up with the crazy stuff.
Well, I like to think. I thought I would think that the cheetah would have brought me more because orange cats do definitely rule the internet.
I'll
Um,
tell you why. I'll tell you why.
why are the cheetah?
I found out with shorts, even though I'm the one that sell myself, because I ain't got the music, I ain't got, but you gotta put, even though you have them just walking, put a little thought into something a little different. Just a little bit. It don't have to be a lot, but you just taking the camera and going around, it's not gonna do it.
Did you see the last short I put out?
I seen all your shorts you put out.
Okay. Do you think I had any chance at all to do anything at all with the cheetah chasing me the way he was? You
Well,
saw how
maybe
fast
not at that time and at that moment.
he was chasing me down. He was running after me, and he was gonna take
Well,
out my
then you should have put
tendon.
the thing up on the tripod.
Oh my God, that cat is crazy. He was crazy.
And that's why you always have your tripod up just in case when he gets crazy, then you're ready.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question. Does Betty have a question for me about promote what job they got?
He is a promoter. He is
Oh,
a promoter. He promotes a lot of stunning actresses, and he goes out there and he gets them guest spots on various podcasts,
well, I have a question to me
various things.
about promoting my job.
Let
They
me
talking about
tell
his
you.
job or my job. He talking about his job. What am I
Yes,
talking about promoting his job?
I don't know. Maybe he wants you to interview him. You do
I
interview.
don't know. I
Did you
don't
see?
know.
I noticed one thing. I put up my dollar video, my dollar theater video. I thought a lot of the cruise community would come over and watch it, but for some reason I didn't get that much traffic to it. I can't understand why.
Are you over at their things a lot? And
I'm
did
looking
you?
at, like,
Where did you?
I thought for sure Warmstrong would come over and
Armstrong
see.
on a cruise.
Well, he's the one. He's the one that should be seeing my video more than anybody. I did a documentary. I reviewed a documentary called "Why Ships Sink," and I just don't understand why the cruising community isn't coming over to watch it.
You don't want me to answer that.
No, I
The
do.
same,
Why?
the same reason people don't come and watch my vlogs.
Well, you know what? It's really interesting though because they just launched this new ship called the Icon of the Seas. Betty J, the thing looks like I look at that thing. I'm going like, there ain't no way in hell I would get on that ship. There's no way in hell I would get up on that. Remember that scene in Titanic where Mr. Andrews runs across Rose after he explains to her that if there was something that went wrong, they wouldn't have enough lifeboats for half the passengers.
Mhm.
And then, when it looks like the ship's going to sink, he tells her, says, remember what I said about the lifeboats, Rose? Basically telling her to, like, don't fuck around, get on the lifeboat now. You see this huge ass ship, Icon of the Seas, and you're looking at that thing, and it holds like, I think it said it was like, I think it's 8,000 people. It's like 6,000 passengers and 2,000 crew.
Uh-huh.
What do you think would happen if that thing went out in the ocean and sprung a leak?
Is that what your video was about?
Yeah.
Oh no,
It's
they
about
wouldn't.
it's
I wouldn't
about
want to watch
it's about
that if I was a cruiser. I wouldn't want to watch that if I was a cruiser.
why?
Why would you? You're gonna be on the ship in the middle of the ocean. Why I'm gonna watch about the Titanic and the sinking
Well,
ship?
because you know why? Because what you want to do, and a lot of people don't do this, is that they don't go ahead and they don't know the first thing about what to do in a situation. And they showed the inside of two different ships that were in deep trouble. They both sank. One sank of fire, one sank because of human error. And when the event happened, when the bell started ringing, when the ship started listing and the water coming up, nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew. The Italian ship sank, and it killed 32 people because they didn't know what to do.
And he wondered why he didn't get in the cruisers to look at it.
Yeah.
You should have passed that by me first. Stephen said he's sure a lot of people I work with will look. Stephen, I only go on once a week for my live, and I just changed the format where I'm gonna be a lot more laid back. So I know I won't be interviewing.
She's gonna be
And I will
her.
remember you.
It's gonna be her and Colin just chilling.
I ain't chilling. I'm working harder than I ever worked with you two. 7 days a week shorts, 3 days a week vlogs, and I'm not going to say 1 day a week live, but sometimes I do pop-ups.
Yeah.
When I got time to look for somebody to interview.
Well, you got so many people you could talk to.
You didn't hear about my new schedule.
Well, what time? Well, are you still going to bed at 8 o'clock at night?
Listen, I'm not. What I tell you about the evening, I'm working. I just changed my schedule. If you would have been listening, I'm working Monday through Friday as hard as I can. I'm taking off the weekends. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Starting this weekend.
Okay.
So if I'm doing 3 vlogs a week.
What time are you going to bed on Monday through Friday?
I don't know, but it won't be on YouTube.
Oh. Betty J, we want you to do a pop-up. Okay.
I love to do what I know, but I love to put my makeup on and be talking. I love to do pop-ups like that. I think I've done about 2 or 3 this week. I love to do pop-ups like that.
I once in a while, I'll get up there and I'll get the, like I want this to cut loose a little bit about
About
the
what?
comic book thing. Yeah, because it was frustrating. Um, but I did have two fun things that happened. I did go on the Cinema Squad. You met members of the Cinema Squad. You met Anthony Fever from Fever Dreamland Theater. He's the
Yeah, I
big
like
Twilight Zone fan.
him.
Yeah,
He's a sweetheart. I would
yep,
interview him. He's sweet. I like
he
him.
is. You could talk about the Twilight Zone. You could talk about
I
Outer Rim.
know. Ooh, because realistically, that was my life. The Twilight,
Mhm.
everything he does on his thing, I have seen them all.
Well, let me go grab this up so people can go take a look at this. Um, the Cinema Squad did the third annual Rubber Duckies, which is their version of damn, Cindy looking good. Cindy Cowan. She's such a Cindy Cowan is like she's amazing. She's amazing. She's an Oscar-winning Hollywood executive, and she's like the nicest woman on the planet. She really
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. Talking about nighttime. What you doing at 8 o'clock at nighttime?
Trying to see if Betty J has a pop-up.
Not at no 8 o'clock at nighttime.
Okay, let me see if I can. I'm going to grab the Cinema Squad. I'm going to grab their show from yesterday. So they did the Rubber Duckies yesterday, and yeah. See, I don't understand this. Why ships sink? And there's a picture of a cruise line and everything. If I was going on a cruise, I would want to watch that. I would have like, hell, that gets me off the ship, into a lifeboat before anybody else. I'm down. Um, okay, so let me let me grab the
Patrick, when the last time you drank some water?
me today.
How much water?
Uh, let's see, about 16 ounces.
Y'all believe that he was too slow. Steve, you gotta. Well, how do I get in contact with Stephen Shane?
Instagram.
Oh, okay. It's under his name, Stephen Shane. Stephen, if on the Instagram, are you Stephen Shane? I have to write it down because I'll be done forgot, child. I might need you one day. You never know.
That's right.
When I start making my millions of dollars.
That's right.
Oh. And I get my house in the country and then my on Fifth Avenue in New York condo.
Okay, so I got to do the on this award show. I got asked to name the best actress of the year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna throw that on here just in case somebody wants to check me out. I thought it was fun. They were all shocked. They were all shocked. Sure, Steven.
Oh, there is that. What's that? Is that for Stephen?
See, Steven has a question for me. I just put down the Rubber Ducky show from yesterday. If
Oh,
you have not seen it, I presented the best actress award.
oh,
Uh, yeah, I can watch it if it's on Tubi. Let me see. Let me see if it's on Tubi. If it's on Tubi, I can definitely do that.
to watch Circus of the Dead. Well, I think I saw
Yeah.
that. Is that old or new? You say it's free on YouTube.
Oh, I'm so there then.
If you can do a picture in picture.
I
Why you
do
gotta
that
do a
Circus.
picture in picture?
I could do that. Look at Circus of the Dead right here.
What
That
year was it?
2017,
That's
and it stars directed by Billy Pond, and it stars Chanel Ryan, Parrish Rando, and Bill Obrist Jr.
what is it about?
After a group of demented clowns take a man and his daughters hostage, they
See.
force them into a maniacal game with the highest stakes. Why do people think that clowns are scary?
Well, maybe after you see the movie, maybe you'll agree.
Clowns are scary. Clowns are fun. Clowns are our friends.
I ain't never had a friend as a clown.
I've had a lot of friends.
What's Stephen How supposed to find you if you got a lot of? Tell me, he got a lot of Instagrams.
Oh.
But which one is it? What kind of mess is that?
Let's see. Women of Darkness, I think.
He a promoter too.
Hold on. Let's see. Women of Darkness.
Tell me he got a lot of. I need to get off of here. It's 3:30, y'all. I'm so tired. I really am. I just came up here because Patrick was up here. Otherwise, y'all can look at my eyes. I've been up.
I'm sending you a message. I'm sending you his link.
Yeah, send it to me, child, because he up there playing games out there. I ain't got time. I'm tired.
You're tired.
Mr. Chain,
you gotta do it like this. You gotta do it like Bernie. I try, but I'm weary. I tell you.
You trying to talk like black people.
Yeah. Bernie Mac was the man. I try, but I'm tired.
I know.
I'm weary. All right, I'm sending you Steven's page right there.
Okay, child, because Steven is full of trash over here.
No, publicists are like that. They're very busy. He has to. You know how many people he has to juggle? He has to juggle. And he has I think last I looked, Steven, how many people are you working with right now? How many people are you working with right now? 25. I think he bounces about 25 different people that he promotes. That means he gets out there and he talks about them wherever they may be. Mm-hmm. Like he leaves comments on Instagrams, he leaves comments on fan boards. He promotes them if they're going to be doing a convention or a new movie comes out. He tells people that when the movie's coming out, and he also secures interviews for them, like on shows like mine. So
well, it'll be a while for me. Another 2 years, probably.
Yeah, he's really busy.
Me too.
Yes, you are.
Me too, child.
Oh, let's see.
We ain't trying to clean up on top.
Okay, I'm gonna see if anybody else is up here. It's like I said, Diane's walk. Okay. And Reed's got a video up. I need to go over there. I need to put that on here. Yeah. Reed says top 25 1970s movies. Man.
19 what?
1970s movie.
Oh, Lord, I got out of high school in 73. I know y'all counting up the years. Yes, I graduated in 73. And that means if I graduate in 73, I can have a child that's 50 years old. But I don't.
And the Bat says he just said Titans of Terror, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Man, I you know what? When I think of Titans of Terrors, I don't know about anybody else, but that's probably like the last person I think of when it comes down to Titans of Terrors. I know she did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I never really thought that series was scary. Oh my gosh. Okay, someone did an interview with Susan Lanier. That's cool. That's movie. Let's see.
Yeah, I told Patrick too, since I'm working all day during the week, he could always do a pop-up and see I can come on and work while he chit-chat. See?
That's right. I'm just seeing what everybody else is doing up there. I gotta make banners and stuff, so I know.
Steven, I don't care.
Let's see.
I don't go on Facebook.
Yeah, you don't do Facebook.
Only time I just put my blog up there and that's it. My vlog, my lives, and that's it. I used to. I was addicted to Facebook.
Well, Steven says he's got like 25 to 30 artists that he represents. That he. How
much money you get paid? I'll tease.
That's something I've been working on. I've been working hard on that, Betty J, because you're damn right. He deserves to get paid. He deserves.
Well, how much he get paid?
I don't know. It's none of my business what he gets.
I better find me a one on the street somewhere.
I don't know what his arrangements are. That's beyond my pay grade.
What it is? I'm gonna have to pull that up on Google.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got me a lot of guests, and I see he promotes them all over the place. But yeah, I remember my first 6 months too in the music business, Betty J. I worked for next to nothing for my first 6 months. I worked to get in, and then I got like 2 free drinks and a guest for the first 3 months before I got paid. Because they wanted to make sure that I was going to stick around. But once they saw that, then I negotiated a pay rate. And then
How much do they pay their agent? 10%. 10%. That's what they saying.
10%.
All the other factors influence the actual cut. Again, agents usually receive about 10% of an. That's just it going around, floating around in Hollywood.
Well, some agents do it differently. Some agents, like I know some agents, what they would do is they would like every time they got your name in the paper, that would be like $10. If you got your name in a magazine, it'd be like $50. If they got you an interview with a magazine, it'd be like $75. If they got you a spot on TV in a TV interview,
it just depends.
It just goes. It just depends.
The bigger the slice of pie.
Exactly. If you can book them inside a convention, then you get like maybe 5% of their take. The spot. Yeah. Yeah, I can go ahead and if you want to ask Billy and Chanel, Steven, if they want to come on, I have spots. I can do Chanel in March, and I can do Billy in April. I can't do Billy in March. I can do him in April. But I can do Chanel now. I have dates. I'm gonna look for more. I gotta go to my IMDb page, my groups, and find some. I gotta find some. Okay, so he right now he is working for autographs, which are actually.
Oh, wait a minute! I don't collect money. I work in exchange for autographs, so like $30.
Yeah. Oh shit! Do you see what autographs are worth these days?
$30.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I don't know nobody somebody gonna pay.
See, Hawaii. Ooh. Wow. I hope Maryland got rid of those ugly. Oh, they did. God, Maryland had the ugliest helmets ever. Ugliest helmets. I tell you what, Betty J, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here myself. I'll be back later on tonight. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. He will,
not me. He will.
Yeah. Me and Betty, we'll be back. I'll talk her into it.
They already said ain't nobody talking me into nothing. I'm so tired.
Talking her into it.
We're gonna be talking. Try to see the Circus of the Dead if it don't scare me to death.
Let's do a cruise. Let's do a cruise. Show. We'll say, let's talk about cruising, and then when they all get here, then we start talking about why ships sink.
I want to talk. Yeah, you always get in trouble. You know you got yourself in trouble about a year or two ago.
What? For one of my reviews?
You know who I'm talking about.
What? No,
Think about it. You dug in somebody's pocketbook. That's all I got to say. That. Okay. You really, and then go say, well, you mess with people's money. You think people ain't gonna get upset? I think he was gracious.
Well, you got me lost. Oh, you got me lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
I only did one person like that. It was about super chats.
Oh yeah, I brought the fire there. Yeah,
but he brought the fire.
Yeah, but that was Yeah, yeah. That's probably why I've never been on the. It's probably why I've never been on the Will Smith then.
Probably. I wouldn't have put you up there either. But I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I
but
felt so.
I was coming from a good place. I was coming from a good place.
Yeah, but you knew
I,
though. Now
because
you knew.
because he's an
You
expert.
knew how that was gonna hit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Honestly,
When you
I
messing with
know better
people's
than that.
money,
No, I did not mean to fight. I did not mean to ruffle up the
you
fur.
know how people feel about that. Don't even go there.
Oh, wow. Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
He get my super chat taken away. I will never chat with him again. Y'all won't even see me up here. I
Oh, my
believe
God.
in super chats.
Huh?
I believe in super chats.
Do you believe in super
Yeah,
chat?
I believe in super chats. You better believe I do. And
Yeah,
I
the thing about
believe
it is, though, wait, hold on, hold
becoming
on,
a
hold
member of
on.
a channel.
Yeah, but hold on. The thing is, though, Betty J, here's the difference between you and other people. See, if I come aside there inside your stream, right, and I bring Steven and I bring Reed, and we all come over there and say, "Yo, Betty, what's up?" You're still talking to us, even if we don't do super chat.
They
You're still
don't have
talking
to. They don't
huh?
have to. That's the whole point. You don't have to. I
Well,
don't have to super chat. I don't have to be a member of your channel.
exactly.
I don't have to.
Yeah, but some people, that's what you have to be. You have to be a member of their channel,
Yeah,
and you
I
have to
know a
do
couple
super
of
chat.
people out there, and I do talk about them now because some people make it mandatory now to be now. I don't believe in that, and I will tell them that I don't believe in that. That I
Now,
got to be mandatory to be a part of your channel to see it, sit in your chat, and for you to drop my name. Are you kidding me? Yeah, got me talking
you
about.
sound like somebody. You sound like somebody. You sound like somebody I know
You
who was
made
on the
me forget.
rampage about super chat.
I'm trying to think. God, you made me forget what else I was gonna say. Oh, I was so proud of you though, and then we gotta go. That night, I can't remember the name, the African American man that came on and he thought you didn't know nothing. Boy, he ripped him into shreds. Y'all hear?
Yeah, that was fun.
That was cute though, because he came on with a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And his mission didn't work the way he thought his mission was going to work. And he could have been white, green, or purple, but I just want him to remember who it was. But he left with his tail in between the legs.
That was that. I really, even today, honestly, I really to this day, I promise you, I did not mean to fire him up that way. I really
But you
didn't.
don't do that going after people money. That'd be like if you come on my channel and start talking about that.
Yeah, but
I would tell you because I know you. But see, he's graceful.
Well, and the thing is, though, it's like, see, I come from a background from that. That in fact, I still am talking to people who are affected that way. Not just not on YouTube. They're not on YouTube, but the same thing is happening to them. And then the same thing happened to a lot of bands. It's called pay to play. It's payola. Type in the word payola. Radio stations used to do that all the time. Betty
So
J.
what do you think YouTube is, though? What do you really think YouTube is? It you think it's just a play time?
Absolutely,
It's a business. It's a business. YouTube is a business,
and we're being squeezed out of it. We are being squeezed out of YouTube. We are being squeezed out.
Listen, I can only give it the best that I got. Give it, and
There's
if
so
you
many
ask me
AI
why, I'm here to make money. I ain't gonna lie. I'm here to make money.
There's so many AI channels on there now. I mean,
I know that.
There's a ton, and they're all on there. They're all showing copyright content. They're all showing copyright content, and nothing happens to them.
They are, and you're right. I wouldn't, but like I say, I'm gonna give it all I got. I got a time limit. I'm gonna give it all I got, and I'm gonna push. And if that pushing don't move,
yeah, you bring Colin up more.
Huh? Child Colin over there knocked out. I done took him to the bathroom while we've been on here. He is like, because he gonna be up all night. That's what it's about. He gonna be up by himself.
Give him some red wine. Knock him out.
I try to do everything, but I guess whatever, it's like, you know how they do with older people that have Alzheimer's, they just wonder, they give them stuff and they still get up and wonder. Because you can only give people so much before you kill them, But he does.
Uh,
He's sleeping all day, so he's getting close. He's getting there. He's
all
getting.
right, boys and girls, we're gonna go on that note on the sleeping dog. We're gonna get out of here. I'll be back at 8 o'clock.
Bye,
I'm not sure.
Stephen.
I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about, but you guys
I
are all
want
more than
to
welcome to come hang out.
Stephen, come on up with him because Betty gathers. Not to mean I'm not seeing you in the chat, because a lot of times I'm out there. I'm not in the chat, but I'm playing in the background so you can get the time. So
How many people? How many people? And do you Casper? I Casper so much now.
not as much as I used to because I'm so busy.
I just Casper. I just sit in somebody's chat. I
Time.
don't let myself know. They don't know. They know that somebody's there in the room. They just don't know who it is because they
Because
won't show
Kevin's
you.
on now, so I definitely ghost him because when I go in, people just hey Betty, hey Betty,
Oh,
hey
yeah.
Betty. So
Yeah,
sometimes I will go in, then I'll even write down that I'm working in the background, so
Mhm.
that kind of
I do
stuff.
that. I do that for Kevin. When I'm in Tuber chat, I'll sit there and say, hey.
Oh,
I'll say, hey. I say I'm just ghosting. I'm working. But if you want to say hi to me, that's $2. No.
now I'm gonna be honest before we leave. Out, I only like a member to 3 channels, 4 channels. 4 channels. I'm a member. But once I make that decision, I'm in until I'm broke. You know what I mean?
Someone gifted me a membership to a channel.
Yeah, I get a lot of those.
I didn't know that, and then they said that means they sent me a message saying, "Okay, you're almost done. Do you want to renew?" And I'm like, "No, I
I
didn't.
don't know.
I
And
didn't
you don't
really."
even know the channel. Let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna let him go this time, y'all.
Mhm.
Somebody gifted me a channel to one of them channels, them people that they give you 1,000,000 subscribers for $1. I was on her wheel, my name. I'm like, oh my God. I blocked her and everything. And you know what happened?
No.
She made another channel, the same name, and came into my live. And she asked me why I blocked her. I said, come over to my Instagram and I'll tell you. She ain't never came.
Mm-hmm.
And she ain't never came back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Next thing you know, it's like I'm a member. I'm like, what a
Yeah,
member?
that
I'm
happened to me a
like,
lot.
it's like then they're sitting there going like, if you want to go over there, just
I
go
done
hit.
been about 3 times on Warmstrong channel free. Warmstrong channel be free. Somebody else that's Australian free.
Well, I would think that once the cruisers saw my video about ships, I think that they would be gifting me memberships all day long, Betty J. I'm
People
trying to
don't
help
do
them out.
that all the time.
I'm just trying to help them. Like if they're on the icon of the
But
seas.
people don't do that all the time. You don't do it as much as you think.
Look,
I
look,
think
look.
Warren Strong was the only one that did it on my channel. And Doff, I know you know Doff, she's generous. She is generous. Doff, but I don't have that many. Keisha, you know.
Well, I was thinking all those people like Warstrong's on a cruise right now, right? Now I'm sure he should be over there looking at my channel, seeing that I put a special on
Oh
there.
my goodness.
Hold on. Now, if something happens to his boat like tomorrow, all of a sudden he can sit there and say, Patrick warned me about this. That's why I know where all the lifeboats are at. Thank God that I went over and watched that.
They have to do that when they first get on the ship. They have to talk about it. They have to know
but
all
they don't always do that.
They do now. They do now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first day of the ship. Yeah, before they get underway.
Okay, we want to let you know that we're on an 8,000 person ship, Icon of the Seas.
Why you want to tell the people they sink? And that's why you always get in trouble. Why you want to tell the people the boat can sink? They know the boat can sink out in the ocean.
Because I think they should know. They should be warned.
They need to know if they can swim or not.
I'm looking out for them.
The swim and the sharks and whatever else out there.
I want them to know that.
Come on at 8 o'clock at night.
Look, there's 8,000 people on the ship. We only got lifeboats for 700 of you. Good luck.
See what I'm y'all see what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That why I don't come on at 8 o'clock at night, because we'll be here till 11. I ain't crazy. I'm going over Kevin after we get off.
you gotta share out my video to the community.
I already shared it out on my community page.
Oh, I'm talking about my ship's sinking.
Oh,
Come on, boys and girls, help spread the love.
I mean, people charge $30 at the table, which includes Seffi. Oh, okay. Well, they need to do $60 with a picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$60, Stephen.
Convention's almost as expensive as a cruise ship. Let's see. Facebook Messenger group created with Circus of the Dead cast for you. Oh, okay. All right. And then Steven says Circus of the Dead will change Betty J. Gathers into a screen queen. Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you. Betty can hang with the movies. Let me tell you. She's not going to be scared of any horror movie.
I did my first real good short commercial thing on this external storage that I got. It came out so good. It comes out on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I did good. I really surprised myself. So happy about that. I surprised myself.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, because my head hurt. I need something to eat.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna fix something for dinner. But we'll be back at 8 o'clock. I'll be back at 8 o'clock. Maybe we'll hang out with Steven. We'll hang out with some other folks. Maybe just chill. We'll talk about some various topics. I'm not sure what we'll talk about. Maybe we'll talk about the rubber duckies. That was fun. Rubber duckies was fun.
At 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, 8 o'clock tonight. We'll just do something. We'll keep the bench warm for the boneyard. The boneyard will be on tonight at 10:30. That's with Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones will be here. Maybe I'll have Reed come on up.
How you doing?
You know what? Let's put Reed on the spot and have Reed come up at 8 o'clock and hang out with us. We'll hang out with Reed. Great guy. We'll talk football. Me and Reed will talk some Mountain West football, because we all know you guys want to hear about that. We all know you want to hear.
Send me a maid over here. Send me some money so I can hire me a maid. My house so dirty.
I don't know why you just don't put. I don't know, to the back of Colin and use him as your swifter.
Colin, he ain't got no energy to hardly walk. How my baby supposed to?
That's why you put him on the pole and you just use him as a swifter.
How my baby? He all laid out over there. I have to go over there and see if my baby breathing half the time.
Well, I mean, well, even if he isn't breathing, though, you still use him to help pick up all the dust bunnies underneath the bed.
I'll make sure when he passes out, put the funeral on live.
make sure he's got a lifeboat just in case you get flooded in the house.
Oh my God.
All right, boys and girls, we'll see you guys at 8 o'clock. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace.